This book is called New Shoes for Silvia. It's by Joanna Hurwitz. That's the author. So the author writes the words, and then it says illustrated by Jerry Pinkney. And Jerry Pinkney is the illustrator that draws the pictures. Good. So just by looking at the cover here, I want you to think about, what do you think this story might be about? I want you to start making a prediction just by looking at the picture about what you think this story could be about. Okay, it's called New Shoes for Silvia. Keep that prediction in your brain, and I want to see at the end if you were correct. Okay, this says New Shoes for Silvia. It looks like it's a box. Oh boy. This is a good one. Once, far away in another America, a package arrived at the post office. The package came from Tia Rosita, and inside there were gifts for the whole family. For Silvia, there was a wonderful present, a pair of bright red shoes with little buckets that shone in the sun like silver. Right away, Silvia took off her old shoes and put on the beautiful new ones. Then she walked around so everyone could see her. She looks really excited about her new red shoes. Mira, Mira, she called. Look, look. Those shoes are as red as the setting sun, her grandmother said, but they are too big for you. Your shoes are as red as the inside of a watermelon, said Papa, but they are too big. You will fall if you wear them. Tia Rosita has sent you the shoes the color of a rose, said Mama. We will put them away until they fit you. So she was so excited. I wonder how she's going to feel now. Silvia, what do you think she was feeling when they told her she couldn't wear her shoes yet? She was so excited about them. Just by looking at the picture, what is your prediction about what this page might say? Silvia was sad. Is that what you were thinking? Good. What good were new shoes if she couldn't wear them? That night she slept with them in her bed. The next morning, Silvia put on the red shoes again. Perhaps she had grown during the night. No, the shoes were still too big, but she saw that they were just the right size to make beds for two of her dolls. Even though it was morning, the dolls went right to sleep in their new red beds. So she might not be able to wear the shoes yet, but maybe she can do other things with her gift. I like how she's making the best out of the situation. A week passed and Silvia tried on the red shoes again. Perhaps she had grown during the week. No, the shoes were still too big, but she saw that they made a fine two-car train. She pushed them all around the floor. What a good ride the babies had in their red train. So I can see Silvia is doing a really awesome job using her imagination to think of some other ways that she can use these shoes. Can you think of a time that you've ever used your imagination to maybe you turned something that was supposed to be one thing into something completely different, just like Silvia did with these shoes. She turned the shoes into a train and used her imagination to pretend. Another week passed, and Silvia tried on the red shoes again. Certainly by now she had grown big enough so they would fit. No, the shoes were still too big. But Silvia found some string and tied it to the shoes. Then she pulled the shoes like oxen working in the field. Still another week passed, and Silvia tried on the red shoes again. Would they fit now? No, the shoes were still too big. but she saw that they were just the right size to hold the pretty shells and smooth pebbles that she had collected when she went out to the beach with her grandparents. So she still can't wear them, but she is trying her best to be creative and try to solve her problem. Another week passed, and another, and another. Sometimes Sylvia was so busy playing with the other children or helping her mama with a new baby or feeding the chickens or looking for their eggs that she forgot to try on her new shoes. One day, Mama wrote a letter to Tia Rosita. Sylvia thought about the red shoes. She emptied out all the shells and pebbles and dusted the shoes on her skirt. They were as red and beautiful as ever. Would they fit today? What do you think? Yes! Mira, Mira, she cried, running to show Mama and the baby. Look, look, my shoes are not too big now. How do you think Sylvia's feeling now? She looks really excited and happy. Sylvia wore her new red shoes when she walked to the post office with Mama to mail the letter. Maybe there will be a new package for us, said Sylvia. Packages don't come every day, said Mama. Maybe next time Tia Rosita will send me some new blue shoes, said Sylvia. They mailed the letter and walked home. Sylvia's shoes were as red as the setting sun. They were as red as the inside of a watermelon. They were as red as a rose. The buckles shone in the sun like silver. And best of all, the shoes were just the right size for Silvia. I want you to think about a time, see if you can think of a connection to this story. So can you think about a time when you were ever disappointed about something and then you decided to be really creative and use your imagination and made yourself feel better about it? Or maybe there was a time where you were feeling disappointed because you had to wait for something to happen and then you were really patient and eventually you got to do it after you waited. I want you to think of one connection to this story and write it down in your journal. And I can't wait to see how you are just like Silvia in this story.